Hello everyone, I'm the EFC and this is Blue Lines TV, and today I'm bringing you guys another Predict That 11 video for our upcoming game against West Brom this Saturday. But before I get straight into the video, I just want to let you guys know, please, if you haven't already, press the bell notification sign to stay updated to all things Blue Lines TV. And I think for the West Brom game, we might revert back to a 3-4-3 because one, it gives us more width, and again, he wants to keep some players fit for the game against Karabat, so I feel that the likes of Williams and Pedros will get their game opportunity against West Brom. So for this Predict That 11 video, I'm going to be going for a 3-4-3. Starting with the goalkeeper, Courtois, and yes, Courtois to me has been good. I feel that he doesn't really get too much credit. I mean, I rewatched a lot of our games and I see a lot of important saves he makes. For example, he's one of the main reasons why we do anything when it comes to defending set pieces. He wins most of them, punches them away or catches them, and I think too that his shot stopping as well, he makes that vital save every single time, especially when someone's through on goal. If there's one weakness, it is his distribution. I really hope he gets better at that. He's lucky, he's got a lot of time on his side, so I hope that's a facet in his game he improves on, but again, I think he's had decent form this season. Now moving on to the back three, starting with the guy in the middle, and yes, I think Christensen will regain his place in the team. I feel that with Christensen, I'm not too sure when Conte is going to forgive David Luiz and let him off, but I think that they're starting to cool things off and get back onto good relationship terms. I know that David Luiz has been training again, he hasn't been ostracised to the reserve team anymore, so it looks like it might be a matter of time, and I wouldn't be surprised if we saw him playing against Karabat in the Champions League. But I do think that Christensen will regain his place in the team, and he's had fantastic form recently, of course, scoring against Ireland in the European Championship qualifier. To me, Christensen is the best under-23 defender in the world. The things he's doing at this stage is elite. I mean, his positioning is amazing, his tackling is great, he doesn't give away any fouls, and that's normally like a big thing with young defenders, but they're too over erratic sometimes with their decision making, and Christensen has that in abundance. The only thing he will get better at as the years go on is strength. I feel that even though he has got more muscular and bigger, he is a bit slight in frame, so certain players like Dzeko, who are, you know, bodying against him, he has struggled a bit at times, but again, he's only 21 years old, so by the time he's 23, 24, it will be completely different. Moving on to the right hand side of the back three, and yes, Azpilicueta will regain his place in that team, and unsurprisingly to most, it has come out that actually Aspi is like a teacher's pet to Conte, and I have made this point quite a lot, that I feel that Conte sees Azpilicueta as a personification of himself in terms of the elite mentality and the tactical nous, and this is why I feel that Conte really trusts Azpilicueta a lot, and it's no surprise to me that he was made vice captain, because really Aspi is Conte on the pitch. But with Azpilicueta, yes, his form has been getting a bit better recently, and it's no surprise to me because we are seeing him defending out wide more, and I think that's what he's best at doing. I think in those central areas sometimes his limitations can come up at times, as we've seen throughout the early parts of the season, but I feel when he's playing his natural way, when we defend without playing a, you know, compact back five, it's much better for Azpilicueta, especially because when we're pushing up and pressing teams down, then we can see Azpilicueta push up and play those passes in. I'm going to call them passes, I'm not going to call them crosses, to Morata, and it's no surprise, 5 assists, and this is why I want us to play this proactive type of football where we do keep the ball and close teams down, because we see a lot of our players' qualities on the ball when we play like this. Moving on to the left hand side of the back three, and yes, Kale will regain his place in the team, and there's definitely a misconception towards a lot of subscribers to my thoughts on Kale. Now the thing is, I don't think he's an awful player, I don't think he's bad. A lot of times when he's had good performances, I actually say he's had good performances. My only, not even gripe, my only issue is that I feel that tactically he doesn't really bring the best out in the team, and he doesn't really add anything towards it. Not saying that he's a bad player. The only reason I mentioned this point is because we have other players more suited to playing on that left hand side that could benefit us when it comes to playing out from the back with possession and one-on-one defending. But at the end of the day, he is good enough to be part of the squad and to be playing for a team of Chelsea's capabilities. But that's just my thoughts and opinions on Kale. But moving on now to the wing backs. Now moving on to the right hand side, and Zappacosta will be playing, and Zappacosta to me really personifies my philosophies on football, where I'm always going on about playing towards players' strengths, and Zappacosta's strengths are his ability to push forward whenever his ability to hug the touchline, put in good crosses, create width for the team, etc, etc, but his disadvantages are his one-on-one defending and his defensive awareness. I think there was one game against Roma where we drew 3-3 where that was really a big highlight to me, because he never once really helped support Azpilicueta when Perotti was causing a lot of damage on the right hand side, and really Azpi was put in a no man's land situation where he had to push out a bit, but he knew that he couldn't push out too much, and this is the limitations of his abilities. But at the same time, if he played towards his strengths, you're going to have a much more confident player. He's actually going to add a lot more to the team. Moving on to the left hand side, and that is going to be Marcos Alonso. Now, I think with Marcos Alonso, he just doesn't have much competition. I'll make this point though, that when he has good defensive support behind him, you see a much more adventurous Alonso. When he doesn't have that support, you see a more cautious Marcos Alonso when it comes to venturing forward with the ball. Another disappointing thing recently with Marcos Alonso is his decision making in the final third. He's been putting in a lot of awful crosses that haven't really helped, and he's been killing a bit too many attacks, especially on the counter attack where he's under-hitting passes or over-hitting them. And I really feel that, again, maybe with a lack of competition there, he's getting a bit complacent. Now, moving on to the midfield too, and I do see Kante and Fabregas playing in a midfield too. I think with Bakayoko, he's had another slight knock. I feel that Conte will probably use him against Karabat in the 3-5-2 system. And I feel that against West Brom, he's going to be cautious. He might come on in the second half, in the 70th minute or something, but I don't think he's going to start the game. Now, having Kante is extremely vital for the team. As I keep stressing, it's like a cheat code for the midfield. Now, Conte's used Kante in a role where I preferably prefer to see him playing deeper, collecting the ball from deep, facilitating the play and moving it on. That game against Manchester United was the most Makelele-esque performance I've seen from Kante. Of course, Conte was experimenting with Kante playing forward, and I was seeing improvements, as I was telling you guys, with his distribution with the ball, playing more adventurous forward passes, taking more shots on goal. But I kind of think he's like 27 years old, and I kind of feel that maybe if he was 23, 24, you could have been experimenting with that facet. But I feel that when it comes to his qualities and his attributes, it's probably best that he plays a more defensive support role, because by Kante playing deeper, that really freed up Cesc Fabregas. Why? Because Fabregas was able to get the ball in positions he wasn't normally collecting it from. The back three were able to play out better, because one of Kante's greatest strengths, as I always say, probably his best strength other than his tackling, is his ability to have one touch and one pass. You know how quick it is? Literally, he takes the control of the ball in one turn, and he's facing forward towards the goal, and he's able to then release a quick pass, and it really speeds up the play, and it really makes it easier to play out from deep. And he really gave the freedom for Bakayoko to venture forward and for Fabregas to really dominate in midfield, and I really think that's the best way for us moving forwards. Now, moving on to the front three, starting with the right hand side in Pedro. Now, I do see Pedro playing against West Brom. West Brom seems to be one of Pedro's favourite teams in recent memory as well, and I feel with the space being created out wide by Zappacosta, Pedro will be able to create a lot of space against West Brom for the likes of Hazard and Morata to cause damage in. Moving on to the left hand side, and of course Eden Hazard, the best player in the Premier League, will be playing. And again, we're seeing a more goal scoring Eden Hazard this season, which is very good, and it's no surprise why he's been scoring more, because he's playing in more central positions. Now, I have been saying to you guys before, especially throughout the summer, that I always kind of hoped that we would see Eden Hazard playing as like a striker. As we've seen the transformations in the likes of Dries Mertens and Alexis Sanchez, players of that capability playing more central will naturally be on goal more. And I keep saying Eden Hazard is extremely clinical when it comes to shooting. The thing is, he doesn't take enough shots, but when he does, 9 times out of 10 it's going in the back of the net. So it's no surprise that we're seeing him score more frequently this season. That goal against West Brom was testament to that. Morata was able to use his strength and skill to hold off a defender, and then he played a pass with his left foot to Eden Hazard, who ran onto it and then used his left foot to score near post against Begovic. And these are the type of opportunities we can now create and score from. Now we have Hazard and Morata playing up front together. Speaking of Morata, ending this video, Morata, who has been the best signing in my opinion, will be playing up front, of course. That relationship he's having with Eden Hazard really isn't getting spoken about enough, and it's only going to get better and it's only going to improve. And as I keep stressing, finally Hazard has that support up front that he's been dying for. But anyway, that's going to end today's Predict That 11 video for our game against West Brom. I want to hear some of your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. And if you like this video, please like. And if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. And to end things off again, please, if you haven't pressed the bell notification sign, make sure you do so you stay notified to all things Blue Lions TV. I'm the FC. This is Blue Lions TV. Signing out.